Hi, welcome back to Raunchy Reality Recaps. In this video, we're going over Life After Lockup with Taylor and Chance. Now, recently, as you know, I haven't been keeping up with it, so definitely check out other people because they probably know. Like Andy's Advice, Tracy Trinity So, Trillion Feelings by Me, According to Amber, Shamika's In, all those, catch up with them. So yeah. We have it in like the last couple weeks. This dude Bobo is trying to get money from Chance because I think like Chance was working for him, slipping people honey buns, or people slipping Chance honey buns, if you know what I mean, because we're gonna find out later in this episode what we mean by it. So, and allegedly, my opinion, don't come at me. So, Bobo was trying to get his money. Chance had to borrow money from another friend. He said he was going to work off in his shop, but I'm wondering what shop is, quotation marks, and what's the meaning of work it off mean? Because, again, later in the episode, we're going to be questioning a lot. So, anywho, Bobo kind of, goes up to him last week or the week before, it looked very romantic to me. But anywho, he paid Bobo off, and him and Taylor are in the, I guess, making resin coffee table or whatever, and talking about what happened. And Taylor's like, I just want you to tell me the truth. And Chance, spew some bull crap, and then he's like, well, I want to take you on a date or something. So he ends up, covering her eyes and surprising her with that limo hoopty that we all remember. Yeah, that 20-year-old one that looks like it's fallen off. Yeah. He is going to take this girl on a date in that hoopty to try to talk her into using it as an investment tool. So yeah, even like, oh, it may generate $7,500 a week. Where? Like, where? Where does this... Who is paying for this hoopty? Who is paying for this 20-year-old limo? Because if I paid a couple $100 for a limo to take my kid to a prom, and they showed up in this, boy, I'm just pulling out my... I'm just going to take the kid in an Uber at this point. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, nobody's paying $7,500 a month. And he's sitting there spouting this crap like he's trying to sell her a timeshare or something. Like, here, I'm going to take you out to lunch after I give you this whole, this whole script on how awesome it is to buy this and how you should invest. I remember those timeshares. I went to one for a beach condo when I was a kid. But you know what? I did get tickets to shows afterwards, so it kind of was worth it. But yeah, that was the most boring 3 hours of my life. So yeah, I feel like he's trying to sell her timeshare in this video. So anywho, they pull up to the Chuck-a Burger, which, I mean, I heard online that stuff is good too, because people were talking about it in the groups. So, they're sitting there talking about it, and, she tries to tell him with the limo that, let's worry about what we got going on now, and we can do that later, which is like, dude, yeah, you have like how many unfinished projects in that house? Like, look at that kid's room, and you need to do one thing at a time, Chance. Like, what happened to your power washing business too? Like, what's going on? So anyways, they're, having their little romantic date in the back of a trunk of a 20-year-old limo that probably smells like bad dreams and mistakes. So, yeah, that's where we end up this scene. And, yeah, let's get into the next scene. So, the next scene, we see where the producers apparently say on the screen that they got a call from Taylor saying that she kicked Chance out and everything. And within 12 hours, they flew out there to go meet her. Now, I'm going to say like this because I agree with, it was Auntie's advice. She said this, that it was ridiculous that she was sitting there having this conversation with the producers in front of her kids running around. Like, you should have made the kids go outside or whatever. Like, yeah, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, come on. Like, just make the kids go into another room, make them go play outside. Having this conversation about that, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I want to go back to Chevelle a little bit, because I know it's not part of this episode, but how her daughter wasn't into, Quaylen. She wasn't wanting to call him dad anymore. And it kind of brings me back to the fact that if Chevelle and him were constantly going back and forth, breaking up, and Chevelle was sitting there saying all this stuff, why her daughter was running around and everything, that might be a reason. Again, with Taylor, you don't sit there and that's an adult conversation. Don't have it in front of kids. Point blank, period. Send them outside. It's not that hard. So anyways, she gets to talking to producers and everything and talking about how, she saw an unsaved number on Chance's phone. He wouldn't let her have it, have his phone to look. So she looked up the call log and found like 120 something messages throughout one day to this number. So of course they get into it, and then they go talk to Chance at his work site, which he's like cleaning up, which I mean is he doing the whole job himself or he's working? Because if he's the person cleaning up, he's like on low on the totem pole, dude. Like, anywho. Yeah, so it's absolutely ridiculous. So he starts, saying that, well, Taylor's always trying to get fake accounts and catch me into something. So I figure I play along and everything because Taylor's like a cop or something or investigator. So, anywho, Taylor starts talking about how, when she was asking Chance to see his phone and everything, he refused, and she said basically that, I'll pack your stuff up and you can leave right now, or you're going to let me have your phone. So, Chance said that he grabbed his keys and left, but apparently he threw the phone in the toilet, and the toilet was just sitting there for hours. Taylor didn't, pick it up, and it's like, you must have more than one bathroom, because I only have one bathroom, but I would have done, but I mean, I don't know. You have 3 kids. How many bathrooms do you have? Like, you can just randomly just let one sit for 12 hours like that. I don't know. Anyways. Maybe it's just me having one bathroom in my house, and I'm like, no, I would not have it. I would have pulled the phone out. But, y'all, I'm talking about nonsense. So, yeah, Taylor was very surprised of what she found out. So, apparently, Taylor finds out that this person that Chance was texting was apparently a guy, and it's known as the town HO. So yeah, we find out that, Chance is apparently, allegedly, according to Taylor, into men. And so she's like, I've had to worry about him talking to other girls. Now I've got to worry about him talking to guys. And I'm just over the being worried about it. So it seems like she's really done with Chance, and so far in real life, that's what it seems, But again, we don't know. So, anyways, she starts talking about how after Chance left, he got back into her house at like 6 a.m. in the morning, I think, and took all of his stuff, and then also took her laptop, which she says was, he was either trying to give him a reason to come back or talk to her. But when she calls him or he calls her, apparently he starts talking about like the dirty stuff she had on her laptop, which I'm thinking that's probably a reason why Chance took the laptop, is because he wanted to get into it and find out what she's been doing, because he's been doing dirty, and so he wants some stuff on her as well, which she didn't deny any of the stuff that he said was dirty in the laptop. Because, I mean, if somebody took my laptop, if my man took my laptop and then went off with it and called back and said, which, by the way, it was funny how he got on there asking her what's wrong and everything. It's like, did you not, remember the last 12 hours y'all getting into it? You threw your phone in. But anywho. So yeah, if my man was taking my laptop and then went into it and called me up and said I, had some dirty stuff on there, and be like, what dirty stuff, So it makes me to believe that maybe Taylor hasn't been, telling the truth or been as faithful, or she's been doing some stuff on the down low too, like Chance. So yeah, because she didn't deny it, So yeah, that's exactly what leads me to believe that. So, anywho, they start, talking and everything, and he's like, well, I can, have a place to stay. She's like, with your boyfriend, so, and it was funny because Taylor was like, I never thought that, and it's like, well, Taylor, a lot of us did, okay? Yeah, so anywho, she's telling him, you can come over, but I have to make sure, my kids aren't here, because, she wasn't worried about telling her whole business in front of her kid and talking about it to the producers. But now, since Chance is coming over, she don't want her kids to, witness him. She don't want him to be rude to her kids. And apparently they had a lot of fights in front of her kids as well. So she don't want them to see that, which is good. I'm glad she's calling her dad to come get her kids. But then again, you were telling your mess just a little bit ago to all these producers and did not care two craps if your child was right there by you. So yeah, I don't get that. And I'm not talking about the baby. I'm talking about the little girl. Like, they know what's up. So anywho, the end, which is Gabby, because Chance was being a jerk and he says, I hope you catch something. And it's like, come on, this woman is a mother of your children and everything. I mean, your mother of your child. And, you supposedly your fiance at this very point in time on the video, and you're going to say you wish she catch something, which it sounds like from what's going around on the interwebs that you and your new girl were probably catching something together, allegedly. I don't know. It's just a rumor, but still. I mean, it's just bad. And especially the fact this girl had to go, like, and I was watching Auntie's Eyes, and y'all, I remember, like, I forgot until she said something about how Chance and her had to go to the emergency room because some dirty stuff. Yeah, so it's all nasty. But y'all have a great day. Like, subscribe, and share. Definitely catch up with me because I'll be putting them all out today. Bye.